In the past, I've always told people never to get the highest trim level with Ram with a HEMI engine. And the reason why is because when you're spending this much money, most people are going to want the diesel. Most people. However, because Ram still sticks to that 10,000 pound GVWR, I'm willing to make an exception on this truck. This is the best unicorn example of a Ram. Like, I think someone had ordered this truck somehow, some way. I think this is a factory order, and someone backed out, because normally you don't see trucks like this. I'm here at Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Sandy, Utah, and they actually allowed me to do this video. And if you would like to buy this truck, be sure to hit these guys up. I would like to mention also that this is the last year for 2022 model year. You can build a limited with a gas engine, so just keep that in mind. Base price is going to be $73,840. And then here's some of the standard equipment here on the left. Be sure to pause it if you want to see more. And it continues up here. And then the first option is going to be that billet silver metallic. Night edition was $12.95. I should say only $12.95 because for 2023 it did go up in price. However, you are getting a sport performance hood now. You also have that limited level 1 equipment group for $4,630. Anti-spin rear differential, which is standard on the 3500, but it is an option for the 2500. Sunroof, deployable bed step, and this one does have the air suspension, which I will demonstrate in the video. And then trailer surround view camera system. Destination comes in at $17.95 with a total price of $86,515. It's been a long time since I've done a video on a Night Edition Limited HD. And let me just remind you guys, this is the most cold-blooded Night Edition truck on the market. Like, this truck has ice in its veins. Like, seriously. Look at the headlight design. Like, there's so much design cues just in the headlights alone. And they look menacing. All LED, turn signals, high and low beam LEDs, and you have an accent light right there and right here. No one can touch this headlight design. And fog lights below are going to be LED. Parking sensors, tow hooks are blacked out. It just looks so stinking good. And for 2023, you're going to get that performance hood. Man, maybe I should have ordered another Ram. I don't know. I'm starting to have second thoughts here. But you do have a black wheel on the side. And these 20s, I would not switch these off. I would just put a 35 or 37-inch tire if I do get one in the future. But these are going to be the Firestone tires. As I've said in the past, I won't say it in this video. But these are definitely something I would take off quickly. LT 285/60, 20-inch wheel, as I said. Solid front axle. GM and Ford use a LT 275/65. I think I prefer that 65 better. I feel like that tire has a little bit more girth to it over the 285/60s. But tow mirrors, you have a light here. They also have one down below for backing up your trailer. And I don't know if you guys saw on the front, did have that front camera too. But yeah, this is gonna have the HEMI, as you guys saw. And despite this not having a diesel, it's still $86,000. And that's my point. Like, in this segment, I guess the HEMI's okay because you're not gonna have enough payload if you get a diesel. But this truck definitely looks menacing. And $86,000 is a lot of money. I can't even, I don't know what to say. Like, it's just a lot of money, guys, for a gas truck. But look what you get. Really the most luxurious interior in the game. Like, this is where Ram is winning. They've been winning for a long time. And even though Ford and GM have really cleaned up their interior act, I still think Ram has a slight edge. Like, it depends on what you like, but this one is just done right. And as I mentioned, this one has Ram boxes, a HEMI, and air suspension. Like, this is such a unicorn. It's scary. Like, it is so stinking scary. And if I have a chance, maybe I'll try to drive this truck. But I will tell you, this is the best riding pickup on the market when you have air suspension with a 2500 Ram. It just, you can't beat it. I don't know if you guys saw the power deployment running boards. That comes standard on the Limited. And there's the air suspension right there. And this is gonna have a standard 373, and the 410 is available. You do have your step out back, and your tail lights are gonna be the same as your headlights, all LED, reverse lights, everything. And this one does have the camera for the rear view mirror too. That's the input for it. And this is going to be the new standard plug and 7-pin. I like that Ram is still using LEDs for your license plate. You do have one for your conventional hitch right here, and a camera. And to no surprise, assisted tailgate. Now, one thing about the Ram boxes is this: if you want to tow a fifth wheel, it is possible, but you have to kind of jump through some hoops to make it work. And you can kind of see here, it doesn't have the width that you would versus a standard bed. And it's a lot of versatility with this setup here. I didn't show it to you, but this does pop up, and they provide a plug inside of here. And there's one on the other side as well. The LED lights, you can push the button here and it does pop them on, including the ones right up top there. And here's your class 5 receiving hitch. You have those parking sensors down below as well. And then here's the other side for the Ram box. Tons of space. Let's face it, gas engines are becoming more and more popular because of diesel fuel prices. And the cost of a diesel up front is just so much money. You lose payload and the emissions, the maintenance, it's just a lot of stuff. And you have to really take the gas engine more seriously now because of it. And in this case here, I really do believe that this is the best option for people who don't tow a fifth wheel. Because this truck has big tow numbers, which I'll show you here. I think advertised is like 17,000, but that's going to be a base truck, 4x2 max tow with a 410. So you're going to need that 410 to get those high tow numbers, but you don't need that because you're always going to be limited by your payload. So this is going to have 410 horsepower, 429 pound-feet of torque, and it's made it to a 8 HP ZF transmission. It's the 8 HP 75. And back in the day, Lexus used to use this transmission, or the first iteration of it, but this transmission is going to be more beefed up for this application, and it really does put the power down good. It shifts strong, and it's a reliable transmission. I've never heard of anyone having issues with this transmission, like factually having issues with it. And 8 speeds is definitely good to have behind a gas engine, and I think the RPMs run pretty low. I do want to drive this truck, guys. I think we're going to drive this truck today. I really want to. Let me go see if I can. Alrighty, sorry for the mist on the windshield. Unfortunately, there was snow on the windshield, and now it's like kind of blocking my view. But when you drive a HEMI and you drive a diesel, I think that you will be sold. This truck rides so good. Like, it feels easy. And this truck has a 373, so this is gonna give you a little bit better fuel economy. And the steering feels a little bit light, but it feels light in a good way. Oops, sorry about that, that's my phone. And you have that low end grunt. Like, I feel like, oh yeah, this truck is just, it's really good. Like, I feel like you have so much advantages now, and it's sad because the diesel is so much more economical. It's quiet. The transmission just feels like a car in a good way, and you still have that great torque that you would expect from the HEMI. I am going to reset the fuel economy here. I just want to do a quick fuel economy run, just a quick one, because we're going to be in the city for a little bit, and then we'll jump on the highway and we'll be back at the dealership. But overall, guys, this truck feels so good. Like, it almost feels better than the 7.3 that I tested when I drove it unloaded. Now, this is a brand new truck. This truck definitely has more features, more like insulation, I feel like. And I do like how compact this cab feels. Like, even though the cabs in the other two are a lot bigger, I like the feeling I have inside the Ram's cab. The roof is definitely closer. If you have a taller torso, I don't think you're gonna enjoy this pickup. But like, for someone like me, like I have long legs, so I have enough space. Like my seat is all the way back, and this does have power pedals too. So you just get that good feeling, I feel, with it being a little bit more smaller cab. Brake feel is really good too. Something I felt in the Ford was that the brakes were really touchy, but I don't feel those same things inside of this Ram. But man, like I do like the steering. I think this is like electronic power steering. I think Ram has definitely figured this out. When you look at the interior, when you really think about the overall fit and finish of this thing, it's really, really good. I mean, even this screen here, like here's something that I just can't stop talking about. And you guys already know what I'm gonna show you. Like, it's this right here. It's this gauge summary. I love that they give this to you. Like, this is such a great pickup. And even though you guys keep saying, oh, I miss my Ram. Yeah, sure, I do miss things about my Ram, but I do like my GMC. But I'm not afraid to say that this is still a great pickup. Like, I didn't stop buying Rams because, or I haven't stopped buying them. I did not buy a Ram because they're not a good truck. It's just, I felt that the value was better with the GMC right now. I mean, think about it like this. I love this interior. This Ram 2500 is like a few $100s cheaper than my diesel Duramax. Like, come on. And I have an AT4. And even though this interior just takes mine to school every day, you don't really think about it anymore. Like, honestly, I don't even care. I didn't think I would ever say that on camera, but I did not care as much as I thought I would. And now that I've been driving more gas trucks, I'm not afraid to even start considering buying gas pickups now, because unless we decide to go back on the road full time, I don't think it really matters. And I can feel that this truck is lighter for sure, but it's not in a bad way. Like, I really think that this is such a great option. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of acceleration, and then we're gonna pretty much be back at the dealership here in a little bit. All right, here we go. Yeah, this HEMI just picks up and goes. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. There's no emission stuff that you have to deal with, no fuel filters. It's just a get up and go pickup. And at highway speeds, oh my goodness, this air suspension. Man, I thought I was driving my GMC. I'm serious, I thought I was driving the GMC because it's so comfortable. Like, this is one of the best on the market. Now again, it's $87,000, but look what you get for that money. Alrighty, so we're at 12.5 MPG, and we're pretty much back at the dealership. I don't know if you guys saw that eco mode on the dash, but this does have MDS. I didn't mention that earlier, but that's going to be multi-displacement, and that's going to basically allow it to run in 4 cylinders. A lot of people, including me, prefer them to just remove that crap off of these. Like, this truck does not need that. And in the HD segment, it's the only one that still has that system on it. And I think it's I don't know, it's just not good to have on a pickup like this. But overall, great truck. If I was on the same route with a diesel on that short stint, I probably would have got somewhere around 14 MPG. If I was doing real world driving in the city and highway mix, I could get about 14 to 15 with doing about 50-50. And again, diesel's more efficient than gasoline, so that's something you have to consider. But for this type of pickup truck with the amount of payload, which you're going to see here in a second, I really recommend this option. Alrighty, before I show you guys the payload, let me just show you guys around the interior here. Now, something that they redid in this interior was they changed some of the trim pieces to like a black appearance, like all this here around the steering wheel, and even like right here. Like, so a lot of this stuff was updated. Even the trim pieces right there, it's just done up in just a black, and it just looks so good. And by the way, now that I've had a GMC and I've been driving Fords, Ram has the best center console. Like, come on guys, what is going on with GM and Ford with their center consoles? Like, the best. You have the charging station here, tons of USBs, and just real quickly, Uconnect 5. I know that people have been saying that this has been having issues, but honestly, hey, it's first model year of it. I have a Wagoneer that's having problems too, so go figure. But great setup here. You can have full screen navigation, and I like that it does that too. Let me show you one last thing in this screen here. You can lower the bed if you push this button here, and you can actually see it happening inside the truck. And I believe that if you hit alternate trailer height, it will level out the truck. Maybe I'll show you guys that system really quickly, like on the outside. But view cameras, I do like how they've cleaned this up too. So you have trailer, you have vehicle. It's just a little bit more easier to like find and see. Even down here, how they have them like this listed. It's just really nice. You have your cargo, you have an auxiliary. Remember that camera view that I showed you guys on the outside? It was the one either above or below the 7-pin connector. That's for this number here. And then for this camera, you had an input 2 that was separate from the other 2 connectors, and that was for the tow mode for this one. But I love the camera modes. They've always done well with this, and it's just a really good system. I mean, you can't beat it. If you're backing up a trailer, you can kind of get a better angle. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna hit this button, but I'm gonna put the camera on the outside. Hold on one second. You can actually see on the white truck that's on the other side, you see how much lower this truck is? Like, holy smokes, it did lower quite a bit. And that's for the bed lowering too, so that's why it is a little bit lower than normal. But if you hit alternate trailer height, I believe that it goes up just a little bit more, but it rides pretty level. Like, it's probably squatting a little bit right now, but I'm gonna put the camera down right here so you guys can see it in action. Alrighty, so this is the alternate trailer height, and it's a hair bit taller than the bed lowering, but man, this is a hot buy. Like, seriously, if you need a pickup truck for a write-off, this is the truck to buy. This is amazing, seriously. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the payload, and that will effectively end this video. So here we go. On the side here, you do have a gross axle weight rating at 5,500 pounds. The rear is going to be 6,390 pounds. By the way, that's higher than the diesel. And you have a 10,000 pound GVWR. So all in, you have a 2,736 pound payload capacity. So you can tow a decent size travel trailer with this truck. And honestly, you can tow a small fifth wheel, probably with a 10,000 pound GVWR. And you will be able to stay within your payload so long as you don't put a lot of stuff and a lot of people inside the truck. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn your bell notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video.